AP Chemistry. So let's talk about what is this subject all about first, and then we'll give you a complete guideline on what it is all about and whether to take it or not to take it. There are so many things into this. Okay, let's start with it. Okay, so basically this subject, you all know fundamental concept of chemistry. It includes structure, it includes states of matter, it includes intermolecular forces, the reactions. Again, electrochemistry is also the part, nuclear chemistry is also the part, thermochemistry is also the part. So it's a very vast subject. So the first and the standard recommendation here is do not take this AP until and unless it is essential. Simply because it's the trickiest AP. Now, why I'm saying it's the trickiest AP, trickier in the sense like the way the questions are framed in your school chemistry subject, like ICSE board, CBSE board, IB board, those are very straightforward. But these AP questions are out of that. They are conceptual, they are application-based questions, which you are not accustomed to. You have not gone through those type of questions in your school. So you might be finding it difficult to practically apply this subject knowledge specifically. And further, the second point here, why I'm not recommending this AP, because as per the previous year's AP Chem result record, the percentage of students scoring 5 on 5 is just about 10%, which is actually a very low number, right? And a number of students or percentage of students scoring 4 on 5 in this AP is 15%, which means approximately 70 to 75% of the students taking this test scored 3 or lower, which is, I'm sure, not you are looking at, right? So that's why you should have a specific purpose for taking this AP Chem as your subject in AP, right? Now, we'll talk about now how much you should score. What was the number of questions you should get correct out of the total to score 5 on 5. So basically your score should be somewhere in the range of 72 to 75 on 100 if you want a 5 on 5. Though it is looking simple, it sounds simple, but actually it is not. Because the things are not here direct application. Okay, you have done with the subjects, you know the theory, you would able to go to the questions and give the answers correctly. That's not like that, right? You would not able to apply. It's all application, it's all thinking. Every option seem alike in MCQ. In FRQ also, they will mix you in certain things. They will ask you, okay, this is one thing. Tell us whether it is a Lewis acid or a Bronsted-Lowry acid and give the explanation for the same. Why you are choosing, whether it is, justify your answer, right? So that's very difficult, right? But since if you are good in Chem, again, if you are good in Chem, you have studied Chem in 11th grade with a good score, and in 12th grade, I prefer you should take it after doing your 11th grade only. If you're opting for this AP, not before 11th grade, you would never able to cope with this subject at all, right? Okay, moving further here, skills you will learn in this particular AP, you will learn like various things like experiment, procedures, the difference between the hypothesis, the theory, and the law, right? Then creating graphs, diagrams on the basis of chemical phenomena, you will able to understand. You will able to understand the macroscopic as well as microscopic view, that is atom and molecular structure. You would able to balance the chemical equations. You would able to make scientific claims and support their evidence in the form of their proving in laboratory, right? So these are a few skills which you're able to get after going through this AP. Okay, so basically the whole chemistry here is based on these 4 big ideas in chemistry. So big idea 1 is deals with scale, proportion, and quantity. They'll name it as SPQ itself. It is basically like scale, significant figure, dimensional analysis, quantities. So these all things would be covered in like every big idea. 1 or 2 big ideas is a part of every unit, right? So majorly these are the 4 big ideas which you will be coming across in every units in the course structure. Similarly, big idea 2 is structure and properties. So structure of atom, structure of molecule, properties of atom, properties of molecules, various interactions, how the atoms interact together to become a molecule, that all thing. Big idea 3 is the transformations here. It is TRA actually. So transformation basically involves collagen theory, how particle move, the detailed here requiring like energy is big idea 4. which includes enthalpy, entropy, all those details of transformation, phase change is included in 4, right? So these are the 4 major ideas which this subject revolves around. Okay, now coming to the exam detail. So here you would be getting approximately 60 MCQs. So basically the 2 sections, section 1, 50% weightage, section 2, 50% weightage. Section 1 comprises of multiple choice questions, which has 60 questions in it. You need to do them in 90 minutes. There is no negative marking, but in section 1, you are not allowed to use the calculator, right? So I'll be mentioning here, no calculator allowed. In section 2, it's a free response questions. Again, 50% is the weightage and 105 minutes is the time given to you. It has 3 long FRQs and 4 short FRQs. So 3 long FRQs is 10 point each. So basically 30 pointers you will gain from here. 4 short FRQs are 4 point each. So 16 pointers you are gaining from here. So this is actually totaling up to 46. So these marks are actually getting converted out of 50. Right? Similarly here, this would be converted or dropped down out of 50. So that's how their scale is, right? So this would be 50 and this would be 50. So total pointers are 100, out of which you should score 72 to 75. Again, repeating this thing, to score 5 on 5. And one more pointer here, free response questions. In this, you can use calculator. So any scientific calculator, any graphing calculator will work in the second section, but not in the first section, definitely. Right? So hope this thing is clear. Now let's talk about, just a minute. Yeah, the course content. So there are majorly 9 units in total. Out of these 9 units, 7 units have equal weightage of 7 to 9%. Like here, these units have equal weightage. 1 unit is the double unit, because its weightage is 18 to 22%. So we call it as a double unit. Majority of questions you will get from this particular unit, intermolecular forces and properties. And acids and bases is 1.5 unit, because again, its weightage is 11 to 15% here. Okay, now let's talk about something in brief of every unit. Like atomic structure and properties here, mass spectroscopy will give you a lot of questions. Along with mass spectroscopy, you will get questions on periodic trends. So for photoelectron spectroscopy, periodic trend, these are the important topics. 7 to 9% is the weightage. Unit 2, if I talk about molecular and ionic compound structure and properties, here Lewis diagrams, resonance, Vesper theory, bond hybridization. Now it is not as simple, like they have given you Lewis diagrams, so you need to know where to put a cross, where to put a dot. They are very particular about. Like in FRQs, you need to make these Lewis diagrams in a very neat manner, right? Okay. Then unit 3 is the double unit. Here you will get a lot of questions on kinetic molecular theory, ideal gas laws, phase changes and all those stuff. Then further solution is the important part. Photoelectric effect is the important part. Spectroscopy here is also the part here. And mixture will give you a lot of questions, mixture and chromatography. Coming to unit 4, it is chemical reaction. 7 to 9% is the weightage here. Again, balancing the chemical equation, net ionic equation, physical and chemical changes, titration, and stoichiometry. Mole concept, volume to volume, volume to mole, all those types of numericals are the part of this, right? Coming to 5th unit, which is again having 7 to 9% weightage. Again, lot of questions comes on collision model here. Collision model is the important topic. Then reaction mechanism, then catalyst, role of catalyst in the reaction. These are a few important topics. Though everything is important, but these questions, these topics will give you more questions as compared to others. Okay, unit 6 is thermodynamics. Here, calorimetry is a fun. So we'll give you a lot of question on heat formation, enthalpy, Hell's law of constant heat summation, right? So these all are the things here. Now, unit 7 is again 7 to 9% here. So the questions important here in equilibrium, only one thing is that is Kc. Kc is equilibrium constant, right? Equilibrium constant, acid dissociation constant, solubility product, Leach-Atelier principle. So all this you would be getting the knowledge of. And Kc is the one word which you can brief on this equilibrium unit. Unit 8 is at acids and bases. So in acids and bases, again, you need to know about the various theories like Bronsted-Lowry acids or bases theory, Lewis acids or base theory, and further acid-base titration, PK, buffer capacity, buffer solution, all these are the part. Okay, coming to the last unit, that is unit 9, application of thermodynamics. So it will give you a couple of questions on galvanic cell, electrolytic, cell potential, free energy. So these are actually certain advanced topics. You have not studied them. So when I was going through the syllabus, like you have gone through this thing that in 11th grade, there are a concept of organic chemistry and inorganic chemistry, but those are not in the part of AP. These are certainly different matter, right? So organic, inorganic, those alkane series, alkene series, those are not the part of APs, right? Okay. Now coming to the resources which you can use for preparing for this AP, again, Barron's AP Chem book. Princeton Review is the best source. Then there is a book called 5-Step to a 5 on AP Chem, right? You can refer to this, or Kaplan series. There are Cliff Notes, books given by the Cliff Notes is also good, right? So there are many sources, many resources which you can, so you can pick up any one as your base resource and then follow others for finding the questions. MCQs, FRQs are available in various websites, even on Khan Academy as well, right? Okay, so that's it from my side. Thank you so much.